Of the Conservation Commission order 7/20, 7/22 or whatever. Okay, starting late because of calling in multiple reasons. So, okay, we don't have minutes because Maureen has the minutes. She said she might be here. If she's here, she has the minutes with her, and so we can forego the minutes from the February meeting until she gets here. Just go through some brief things before we have a little guest speaker here. We got a memo from Arlene before she left. This is the Environmental Merit Awards for 2010. I knew about this because it came up at the town council meeting. They gave me a copy of it. Unfortunately, the deadline was March 1st. They sent it to me on like the middle of February, but we didn't have it for our meeting. So but it's an award that's given every year, and people can put nominations in if anybody's interested in this for next year. So yeah, the deadline is early. The council got it and forwarded to us, but it didn't come directly to us. Memo to the town council for the wind turbine siting. I sent that to everybody before I sent it to the council. We can discuss that when we get down to the wind committee with Kathy. But I just want to tell you, we've got the memo here that we sent to the town council. They received that memo, and we'll discuss it when we get down into the old business part. Okay? We sent a letter to Save the Bay, responding to their eelgrass request to do eelgrass transplants from Jamestown. It's the same thing we get every year. And all they do is they ask us if they can have a letter from the commission supporting their restoration program, and that they'd be taking eelgrass from the Fort Gate area and transplanting it to other parts of the bay. So I basically, as we talked about at our last meeting, just took the same letter from last year, just changed the date, said yes, we support the program, and then at our February 9th meeting we approved the support for the meeting. And I talked to Bruce, and I CC'd a copy to Bruce, and he said it was fine with him. So if anybody wants me to read that, if anybody wants me to read the letter or anything, I'm happy to read it for you. Okay.
I heard it already.
You heard it already?
Yeah, I read it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh.
All right, anybody else? Okay, yep, speak up if you think. Send a letter to Mark Baker, just thanking him for serving on the commission. As a commissioner who's resigned from the commission, and basically just acknowledged his role in the conservation planning effort and zoning, and that we'd be happy to have him back if he decided that he had the time to come back to the commission. So I sent him a thank you letter. Next thing, Greg Clark. Greg Clark sends us every year his request to trim the trail at the Kanakana Sanctuary. He's been doing it for probably 10 years. His letter basically, spring is coming. He says, I'd like to service the sanctuary trail on an as-needed basis, not to exceed 10 cuts a year. You will continue to be billed at $60 per cut. Please make checks payable too. And he's asking us if we would like him to do this again this year. So what I'd like to do is entertain from the commission. Greg has been doing this for years. What he does is we allocate up to the $600 a year, $600 a year for 10 cuts of the sanctuary trail. He usually only ends up doing probably 2/3 of that, because he goes over it. If the trail isn't needed, he doesn't cut it. And then often we'll spend that extra money having him trim the side of the trail, but that comes in on a separate request. So if people agree, can I have a motion that we contract Greg Clark to do the sanctuary trail at the Kanakana Sanctuary for $60 per cut?
I'll second.
Up to 10 seconds. We have a motion from Pat, seconded by Kate. Any discussion? Everybody happy with what he does over there? Okay, he goes in some. All right, if there's no discussion, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thing to Greg, go ahead and do that. Water Resources Board, this is a letter that the council sent to us. They basically forwarded to us. It's that the Jamestown Water Supply System Management Plan has been approved by the Water Resources Board, and they just wanted to CC us. Well, we actually got a CC copy from the Water Resources Board in the state. So the only thing that they've done in here is they've asked the town to request an updated agreement with the town of North Kingstown detailing the quantity and timing of emergency supply availability. Basically, since the town doesn't have the capability of providing adequate water during some of the high peak use times during the summer, we've gone to North Kingstown in the past, hadn't been for a long, long time, But I guess the Water Resources Board wants the town to get an agreement with North Kingstown to do that again if we ever need it, so.
I'm surprised, I was unaware that we'd had to go off the island to
We haven't done it
procure
in
water.
a long time. But
No.
it did do it in the past. That's what the pipeline was for, over the bridge.
And, yeah, right, but it didn't happen. The sole source aquifer, did that happen?
That was, oh yeah,
It
so,
did get
oh yeah,
designation,
yeah.
so.
But that does nothing for improving.
No insurance there, doesn't indemnify us against water shortages.
No. Not quite.
Wouldn't that be nice?
No. So that's the only thing that they've asked the town to do, is to get an agreement with the town of North Kingstown. So that's since Steve Gosley's court, since he's the head
It's
of the
fairly important.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Before we go on to other things, I think we're going to ask Hayden. Hayden is not on the agenda. He'll be under unscheduled. Well, what happened was he called me after I put the agenda out, and he had talked to me actually way before that. And I forgot that he was going to be here tonight to do this. So basically, he's going to present his Eagle Scout project proposal to us, and then we can answer questions, and then we can approve it at the next meeting.
Okay, Hayden, can you spell your name?
Hayden.
Huh?
Okay,
and your last name?
Maclean.
Okay.
Capital E. Is it L? Is it capital L? No, it's not.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, Hayden McLean. Hayden's.
And this is for Eagle Scout, right?
Right. Hayden is a Life Scout, and he's going for Eagle Scout, and as we do with other Eagle Scout candidates, he came to me and asked me what kinds of projects we might have, and we have sort of a short list and a long list of projects. Hayden had some ideas, and what he presented to me was something I thought was worthwhile. So I asked him to put his uniform on and come and give a presentation to the commission, and we can discuss and make recommendations. So why don't you go ahead and explain what you want to do?
That is the map of the trail highlighted in red.
Which trail? Make sure.
Kit Wright Nature Trail.
Speaking for the camera.
Thank you.
Okay.
And the green line that highlights that is what I'm planning to do. The first part that I need to do is there's two signs located at the beginning and the end of the trail.
People familiar with the Kit Wright Trail?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This trail was done by this was an Eagle Scout project actually, and since it was done,
It's a
signs.
small thing down here.
What?
It's advertising for a concert or something.
I believe it's a no parking sign.
Yeah.
Since then, it has slowly deteriorated trail conditions and the signs. Also, the observation deck is gone into slight disrepair. I propose that I clean the trail,
Okay, first you want to do is clear
clear
the trail. Clear the
the
clean.
entire trail. Then redo both signs. I would be disassembling them, sanding them down, applying new sign, new paint, new letters. The picture, the little ducks, I'd probably keep those. Then at the end of the trail, the sign that thanks the Boy Scout that originally did it, redo that. Probably put revised by Hayden McLean. Then I was also proposing, in one of the pictures I have, is there's a large tree.
Oh, this tree right here.
Yep, halfway through the trail.
You've seen that? That's a specimen tree. I think that's a beautiful tree.
Yep. I was going to make a bench, not buy one, but construct one, and place it either facing the tree or facing the trail. I'm not sure which one, but put that there. Also, power wash the observation deck and do any minor repairs that needs to be done on it to keep it in working condition.
Do you know what kind of wood it's made of? Is it pressure? It's not pressure.
Yeah,
treated.
it's pressure treated.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, if it's warped too much or if it's cracked, I can easily replace the handrails. And
Does it have concrete footings?
it does.
Yeah, that was.
Do you know what the length of the trail is?
I don't know the exact.
I forget the length of that trail. I should know. They don't know. It's,
When you're clearing it,
clearing means mainly just pruning the edges and making it a little bit wider. Yeah.
so do you know the plants that you'll be encountering as you go along? The types of
Um,
shrubs and what are invasives and